Hello everyone, welcome back to another English online session. I hope you all fine. Today I am going to explain you a poem from the textbook Hornbill. The name of the poem is The Voice of the Rain, and it is written by Walt Whitman. The poem is a conversation between the poet and the rain. The rain explains its eternal journey in its birthplace, that is earth, to the poet. So from the introduction we understood that the poet, in an imaginative way, written as a conversation between the poet and the rain. The rain is actually replying. He has written it like the rain is replying to the question of the poet. Let's see a few details about the writer. I have already told you this poem was written by Walt Whitman. He was born on May 31st, 1890 and died on March 26, 1892. He was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. A humanist, he was a part of the transition between transcendentalism and realism, incorporating both views in his works. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American canon, often called the father of free verse. Now let me explain you this poem. First, the lines starts from, "And who art thou to bottomless sea?" In the above lines, the poet asked the soft falling shower, "Who are you?" To that question, rain replied in a strange state of manner. So, rain replying is it's not normal. It's imaginative, highly imaginative presentation of the poet. Here, the poet is telling us that rain replied to his question. Let's see what the rain replied. The rain said that it was the poem of earth and it rose continuously from the land and bottomless ocean in the form of vapors. So here we can see he has given the scientific way of how the rain just start the beginning of this process. The water just rise from the sea, bottomless sea, or any water body in the form of vapors, and it is an incessant process, never ending process. And the poet was telling us that the rain replied that it was the poem of earth, and it originate from the water bodies like bottomless oceans in the earth. Now let's see what the upcoming lines says. The lines starts from, "Upward to heaven, to only latent unborn." Let's see what these lines telling us. The rain tells the poet that it rises upwards towards the sky in the form of vapor, where it changes its form, condenses into water droplets. It also says that although its forms gets changed, it still remains the same. The rain comes down to wash the drought and provide water. It also washes away the dust and the small particles from the earth's surface, and the seeds inside the earth grow into a plant because of the water provided by the rain. It gives life to the seeds. Now, these lines are explaining how this rain is beneficial to the earth and all the living beings, or these plants and other living organisms. Further, this rain saying that it just rises like these vapors and it just condenses. Here, the poet uses the scientific explanation of how these vapors condenses into water droplets and form these clouds. Those things are explained scientifically here, even though he presented as the rain was speaking to him. Then he was explaining what are the benefits because of the rain, what are the benefits the earth gets. He was saying that it just washes away all the dust and particles and beautify it. It gives the seeds to grow, a chance to grow, giving a life. The rain gives life to these seeds, which was hidden or in a unborn condition in the earth. After the arrival of the rain, it just grows. This seeds just grows, and it helps this water provide a chance to these seeds to grow. So this is how this rain just be beneficial to all the living organisms or earth itself. Now let's see the upcoming few lines. The lines are and forever by day and start from there to pure and beautify it. Let's see what these lines explaining. The line says that day by day or night it provides life, care, enrichment, and water to the place from where it originated. This means after the rain, this all the plants just grow, and just this land become more enriched. It is like the rain is taking care of the mother earth. The rain keeps enhancing the beauty and purity of the earth by preparing a life cycle for itself again. So here this life cycle, it is creating its life cycle, and it is fulfilling the duty. The duty is beautify the earth and purify. So these rainwater just wash away all the dust and other particles on the land, just allow these seeds to grow, and it's just give flowers and make the surface of the earth very beautiful, look beautiful. So this is how this rain enhancing the beauty and the purity of the earth. It is coming back to where it is originated, and it's just doing its duty. Now let's see the last two lines of this poem, and it starts for song issuing and to duly with love returns. In the poem itself, it was given in bracket because it was the thought of the poet or his observation. That's why it was given in bracket. Let's see what he observed. The rain is like a song that originates from its birthplace, just like the heart of the singer. Here in these lines, the poet just compares. Here the poet compares rain with a song. So like the rain originates from the earth, The song just originates from the heart of a singer. And he was explaining, he just explained how this rain traveled from earth, from the water body, as the form of a vapor. It just rises and it condenses and become clouds. The same way, the song start from the singer's heart, travels to fulfill the earth's need and wonders. It finally comes back to place from where it originated. Whether it is ruined or not, it returns to the original position with a lot of love to its birthplace. Like a song originate from the mind of the um, writer or a singer, and it comes back, whether it is ruined, whether it got appreciated or it criticized, it's just come back to the writer or in the mind of the singer. This was just explained here or compared like the process of rain, the cycle of rain. Through this poem, Walt Whitman tries to portray the rain cycle and how it is similar to the origination of the song. After creating impact, how it comes back to the writer's or the singer's mind. Now let's see the poetic devices used by Walt Whitman in this poem. The first one is personification. I have already explained you what is personification, giving a human quality to a living or non-living things as a presenting as a living thing. Here I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Actually, the rain doesn't have the quality, the speaking quality, it doesn't have that quality. But here, the poet personified the rain as a person, and he is conversing with this rain. The second one is metaphor. Metaphor is an indirect comparison between two qualities of different things. Again, the same line, I am the poem of the earth. Rain is being compared to a poem. Here, the poet compared indirectly the rain with a poem. The next one is hyperbole. Hyperbole is an exaggerated statement. Here, the sea is exaggerated as bottomless to show very deep the uh, depth of the sea. The sea is very deep. To exaggerate it, he said as the sea is bottomless. Finally, imagery. Imagery is the visual description of something. Here, we can easily imagine the soft falling shower or the drizzling, the way the rain falls on the earth. The poet has given a clear description which helps us visualize it. I hope you understood the explanation. Now read the text. Don't forget to have the dictionary while reading. See you in the next class. Bye.